How you guys doing? My name is Satari, and today we're going to be talking about the iPad Pro 2018 and the iPad Pro M1. Both of these iPads look identical. They really have nothing that really differentiates them from the front. From the front, both turned off. They have the same exact display. Nothing really crazy or different about each one. They both share the same XDR liquid display. And it's been the same display since 2018, since the release of the 2018 iPad Pro. So this is the 11 inch. Both of these are 11 inches. In the iPad Pro 11, this one is rocking, the one from 2018 is rocking the 12X chip, while the iPad Pro 2021 is rocking the M1 chip. So besides that, the only difference that you can really tell between these two iPads are the camera bumps. The M1 obviously having the two dual cameras with the LiDAR sensor, and the 2018 having that single telephoto lens. And that's really the only difference. When you take the cases off, both of them look pretty much the same. The only two things that are different are the speakers. As you can see, this one has the speaker grill on top, and it's less, well, it has bottom and top. This is the 2021, but this one has less speaker speaker holes, while this one has more speaker holes. But both of them to me sound pretty much the same. I don't really notice the difference. I'm gonna put again both of them to the camera. I'll set them up right now. So this is the 2018. I'm gonna play it right here. So that's the 2018. Now let me play the 2021. Alright, so those are the two speakers. Obviously, the 2021 is better. You can definitely tell the difference. They're not drastically different, but 2021 does sport a better speaker, so that's a bonus. So moving on from the actual physical and outer components of these iPads, the insides of these, honestly, day-to-day use, you probably will not know the difference. I've been using the 2018 iPad Pro for about a year now, and this iPad is an amazing tool that I use day to day. It's been a daily driver. I've had no problems with this. I use this in college. I use this to write my notes mostly. I join some Zoom calls, not too heavy intensive things, and basic tasks that you can do on any iPad, and that's what I use this for. I like the ProMotion. I like the Apple Pencil. I just enjoy this as a whole. This is an amazing companion device to have for a college student, and I definitely recommend it. And for the price, you cannot go wrong, Some people might say, oh, if you're just using this for basic tasks, why don't you just go with a 2021 basic iPad that's $320? Well, this iPad right here, you can actually get for about $450, and it provides you a lot more value than a 2021 iPad. It's only missing the center stage, and everything else is better than any iPad you're gonna get right now, besides the Pro. So this one is better than the Air, I would say. As everything about this iPad is more ahead than every iPad on the lineup. It has the 120 hertz display. The display is not a LCD, it's not locked down to 60 hertz. It's actually 120, like I said. So the 2018 iPad Pro seems like the device to get, and when you compare it to the 2021 iPad, it's really hard to say that this is the iPad Pro to go for. Even with the M1 chip, I really do not notice my day-to-day use the difference. This has an 8 gigabytes RAM, and this one has 4 gigabytes, or I think 6. I'm not 100% sure. I have to check that. But I really just do not realize the difference. This has 256 gigabyte storage, while this one has 128 gigabytes. Just throw that out there. But both of these iPads, honestly, they're basically the same thing. The only difference I can tell you is that this iPad has sensor sage, and the battery life is the same. It has a Thunderbolt 4, but besides that, they're pretty much the same thing. I think the iPad 2018 might have less software support, but besides that, I really don't see why this iPad is not a good buy in 2021. This is literally a 2021 device. I mean, iPhones just got 120 hertz display. This is a 2018 device with a 120 hertz display from Apple. So I don't see why nobody would want to consider this over in a new iPad. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, the new iPad does have the M1 chip, and the M1 chip is the future of Apple. But even with that, I mean, there's just not that much to differentiate from the both. I mean, it's a tough thing to actually like sit down and recommend buying the iPad M1. Now, the M1, I was able to get it for a really good deal. That's the reason why I have it. I ended up getting on eBay for a really low price, and it's basically brand new. It was only used for about 6 months, and it's in basically new condition. And this one I also bought refurbished about a year ago. So both iPads, just, they don't have any difference. I really have not realized the difference. To be honest, nothing that I've thrown at it has been like, wow, like this is a different device. Now, don't get me wrong, in the future there probably will be performance differences between the M1 chip, because the M1 chip is ahead of the 12X chip, obviously. But right now in 2021, late 2021, the iPad Pro 2018 is probably the best iPad you can get right now. Hands down, this is the best iPad you can get right now for the price, the value you're paying. This iPad right here has everything you needed to do and more. So for the average consumer, this is probably more than enough. And I can't really recommend the iPad Pro 2021 in late 2021. Maybe this is going to change in the next year. But right now, there's just not enough pro features that this iPad has over a 2018 iPad Pro that I can really sit down and recommend it. Alright, so the video got cut off, and let me just make sure that this is still recording. Okay, so the video got cut off, but I was basically explaining why the 2018 is the better grab in late 2021. I can't sit here and recommend the 2021 over the 2018 unless you really need the extra performance, which is really minimal as of now. Apple has not really utilized the M1 chip to its full potential on the iPad, and hopefully they will make this more of a productivity device. But as of now, both of these iPads basically perform and do the same tasks at the same speeds. I think the M1 does have a one up on certain departments, but overall, both of these perform the same. If you're in the market looking for an iPad Pro, definitely recommend the 2018. If you want to save a quick buck, this is the device to go with. And you can find this on eBay, probably Facebook Marketplace, for a great price. And I'll definitely recommend getting yourself one of these. And the 2021, as for this one, I can't really sit here and recommend this one over it unless you get it for a great price. If you're paying about under $600 or at least $600, this is worth it. But for that, if you're paying retail price for this, I would not recommend it yet. It's just not the device that is really using its internals to what it could be doing. Like, this could be doing so much more, and I'm kind of disappointed that it's not, and Apple hasn't been using it for its full potential. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to give you guys this quick video on the iPad Pro 2018 and the 2021. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm Atari. I'm out of here, and take care. God bless.